Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the wild world of car buying. Let's face it can be a total jungle out there. Pushy salespeople, confusing options, and the constant fear you're about to drive off in a money pit. But fear not, my friends. There's actually a magic bullet. A golden rule that can turn you from a nervous wreck into a car buying champion. It's called the 20-4-10 rule. Now, this might sound like some secret agent codename, but trust me, it's way less James Bond and way more peace of mind. So, what exactly is this rule? Buckle up because here's the breakdown. The 20-4-10 rule is all about keeping your finances in check. Let's talk about the first part of the 20-4-10 rule, the 20% down payment. You know that feeling of instant regret after hitting purchase online? Yeah, that's not exactly the vibe you want with a car. That's where the 20% down payment swoops in like a financial superhero. Here's the deal. By putting down a bigger chunk of cash upfront, at least 20% of the car's price, you're basically lowering the amount you need to borrow from the loan sharks. Those guys love to charge interest, which can eat away at your hard-earned cash faster than you can say road trip snacks. Think of all those extra bucks you could be spending on beef jerky, gummy bears, or that tricked-out sound system to blast your favorite tunes. But that's not all. This 20% down payment also gives you something called positive equity in your car. Don't worry, it's not a fancy illness. It just means you owe less than the car's actually worth. Imagine it as having the upper hand during negotiations. You're basically the cool kid on the playground with all the bargaining chips. So ditch the buy now, cry later mentality and land your car purchase like a superhero. With a strategic 20% down payment, now that's a financial move worthy of a high five. 4-year loan term. Don't get stuck in a car loan marathon. There's a better way, my friends. The 4-year loan term is your knight in shining armor, rescuing you from a financial joust with a rusty old clunker. Think of your car as a trusty steed. You don't want a nag that slows you down. You want a powerful stallion that lets you ride confidently into the sunset, or at least the grocery store. A longer loan term might seem tempting with those low monthly payments, but it's a trap. The car depreciates, loses value like a bad haircut, so soon you'll owe more than it's worth. That's being upside down on your loan, and it's no laughing matter. Sticking to a 4-year term keeps your payments manageable and ensures you own that car outright faster. Imagine the freedom. No more begging for mercy from the loan officer, just open roads and the wind in your hair, or helmet, depending on your ride. So ditch the extended warranty of a super long loan and gallop towards car ownership with the mighty 4-year term by your side. 10% or less for total car expenses. Imagine your dream car, sleek, powerful, maybe even with a sunroof. But hold on, before you picture yourself cruising down the highway, let's talk about reality, the not so glamorous kind. That beauty on wheels shouldn't turn into a budget beast. That's where the 10% rule comes in. Here's the deal. All your car expenses, from the monthly loan payment to the occasional fender bender fix, shouldn't gobble up more than 10% of your monthly income. Think of it like this. Your car is a trusty sidekick, not a financial black hole. You want it to help you conquer errands and adventures, not leave you stranded on a deserted island of debt. By following this rule, you'll have more cash for the fun stuff like that weekend getaway you've been eyeing because let's face it, even the most fuel-efficient car can't run on dreams alone. So keep your car a tool for freedom, not a financial burden. And that 10% rule will be your secret weapon on the road to car buying success. Now let's see this rule in action. Say you're eyeing a sweet new car priced at $25,000 with a 24-10 rule. You'd put down the $5,000 down payment or 20%. Finance the remaining $20,000 with a 4-year loan and ensure your total car expenses, including gas and insurance, stay below $2,500 per month or 10%. The 24-10 rule isn't just about following some cryptic code. It's about unlocking a treasure trove of a car buying benefits. Let's take a closer look at the superpowers this rule unleashes on your wallet. First up, it's like finding a magic shrink ray for your car loan. With a bigger down payment, thanks to the 20% rule, the loan amount shrinks too. This translates to serious savings on interest payments. Imagine all that extra cash you'd be putting towards weekend getaways or that dream concert ticket. Instead of lining the pockets of the loan sharks, cue evil banker laugh. Or maybe not, because following this rule might actually make them nicer to you. Basically, you'll be putting that money towards freedom, not fueling the bank's vacation plans to Fiji. Speaking of freedom, the 24-10 rule also grants you the superpower of peace of mind. Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway with the windows down, singing along to your favorite tunes, completely stress-free. Why? Because you're not drowning in a sea of car debt. The manageable payments you get with a shorter loan term thanks to the 4-year rule mean you can actually enjoy your new car without the constant worry of car payments hanging over your head like a rain cloud. No more sleepless nights wondering how you'll afford the next payment. Just pure driving joy. And lastly, this rule equips you with some serious trade-in muscle. Here's the deal. By keeping your loan term short, you'll own the car outright much faster. This is like having a secret weapon when it's time to trade in for a new set of wheels. Picture yourself walking into the dealership, not as a desperate borrower, but as a confident car owner with a title in hand. You'll have more leverage to negotiate a better deal because you're not begging for a loan. You're basically offering them a prepaid, well-maintained car they can easily resell. So, the next time you're car shopping, ditch the car buying cape and embrace the power of the 24-10 rule. It might not be as flashy as a spoiler or fancy rims, but trust me, it'll make a way bigger difference in the long run. The 24-10 rule isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being smart with your money so you can enjoy the ride without getting stuck in a financial ditch. So, the next time you're car shopping, remember this golden rule. It might not be as flashy as a spoiler or fancy rims, but trust me, it'll make a way bigger difference in the long run. And hey, if you have any questions about the 24-10 rule or just want to chat cars, leave a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe to Nordel Media channel. Until then, let's turn car buying from a nightmare into a victory lap together.